that's legal or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, just cut that.
Give us one word for the Kanye controversy right now.
It was so expected. It was
Expected.
Yeah.
If you were not running Polite Society right now, what would you be doing?
I think I wouldn't have been in India. I would have probably studied something like more in marketing or like PR.
What's up everyone? Welcome to Inside Out with AYCS. This is Erica and today we're here with Surmai from Polite Society.
Hi guys, this is Surmai. I'm the creative director of Polite Society and I'm so excited to be doing this today.
So starting with the first question about Polite Society. So how did you come up with the name? Like what was the process behind that?
The name Polite Society, I was obviously like searching and thinking what would really like be something that can last very long. I knew that like the first option that anyone would think of it is like, hey, sure, just give it my name. I'm like, don't do that. Then I was looking for something that would mean more of like something to do with a community, not just a singular person. And I came across the word randomly, and it's taken from like it was used more in old literature. It's used to describe like a group of like wealthy people and sort of like these high manners, sort of, you know, like that uppity crowd. And I just felt like it's kind of funny because like that's not really who we are, and we want to be the opposite of being like polite. So it just sort of worked out in that like sort of like a satire, and I was like, yeah, sounds great. Let's
I'm
call
sure
it.
a lot of people are gonna find that really interesting.
Yeah. I get asked that a lot, like,
Really?
why did you call it Polite Society?
As someone who's done it all from graphic designing to designing and being an entrepreneur, how has your journey been with Polite Society so far?
I mean, it's honestly like one word would be like exceptional, because like it's such a roller coaster, right? Because it's like it's super positive one day you're like, the fuck, like what the fuck's happening, you know? You don't like because you're in charge of so much that you're like I gotta handle myself first before anything else. But overall, like I love the fact that, you know, like I can engage myself in all the different aspects, because from day one I was very interested in pattern making. So like I love to involve myself in the production space, whether it's the marketing end of things, the social media, like you know, like how we present the brand visually is so important, especially like in this like digital age where you have like everyday access to like showing people what you're doing. So just being very hands-on with that and making sure that like it's honest at the end of the day. So yeah, like I mean, I love like just dabbling into like all of it all the time.
That's really So Wealthy in its kind started off as a collection. What it means like to you and for Polite Society?
So this collection that I did earlier this year was supposed to be a very like heavy on the branding sort of. Like I wanted to make a collection that would speak directly to the audience about who we are, and I wanted to pick one thing that I would say is like a shared value with like me and like the brand since day one, and that was always the idea of wealth and what it means to different individuals, because everyone has, it's something so common to everyone, right? Like everyone wants to be wealthy, but like in so many different ways. For some people it's money, so for some people it could be just like doing the right things, you know, whatever like really makes you happy at the end. So I felt like that was such a common thing amongst like anyone and everyone who's like part of the brand and the brand community, that yeah, I just picked it up from there and wanted to like really talk about what wealth is to everyone.
How have you used social media to like get out there, at least on like a social platform?
I feel like we're still not like using it to its fullest, because there's like so much. It's basic. It's what like everyone really does. Just making sure that like the visual representation is as interesting and accurate as possible. So I always wanted the brand to be a little provocative, a little bit more like like it has to have like a surprising factor. You know, like when someone sees something, they should be like, okay, like they're pushing the limit a little bit. So we always, while we're making content, while we're making that, we just like try to make sure that hey, like let's push it a little bit and see how people react. So yeah, we've just been using social media for what it is to really talk to people and like show them like the clothes apart from being just garments and more like, hey, like what are we trying to say with them? Like how could you feel if you are wearing it?
How would you say India has like embraced gender fluid fashion, or like even if it's just emerging, could you tell us a little about that?
Because when we started gender fluid, it was mainly menswear, a lot of very masculine clothing that was being appreciated by women at the same time. So that became the norm of like unisex.
Right.
And then I didn't, when I was starting, I didn't want to be like the sixth brand to just do that. And for me, embracing your body and all of that like is what makes it powerful. So I always wanted to do something that was more feminine. To me, like femininity is like way more powerful than like masculinity.
Of course.
So I wanted to take that and sort of just make clothing that could be worn by anyone, but doesn't necessarily have to be like masculine, right? For a man to wear it. It's not that easy, honestly. There are days when I question whether I should be doing menswear like separately, or like should I be designing for men at all? Like because polite society right now is like maximum like it attracts mainly women and a small like very like niche segment of men.
Streetwear emerging everywhere, and with most designers of streetwear, like being male specifically, how has it been for you being a woman designer, especially?
Yeah. The only challenge I would say was with like making that initial team, which fortunately we've sort of like been able to do now. But initially it was definitely challenging because I guess like I was like 25. I also like didn't know a lot of things, and I was trying to hire these guys who are like 40-50-year-old men who like have only answered to like other men before, or like older people at least, like like more like authoritative looking figures. So it was difficult for them to accept me, and it was confusing for me because I was like, hello, like I'm just trying to work, and I don't know. I'm trying my best to be like a nice person, that's all. But it's definitely there's like a whole male ego issue, which I think a lot of people who like my friends who later started their brands, they've like messaged me specifically saying that how did you handle the male ego? That's been a specific question, and I was like, you'll get used to it, like it'll happen.
Thank you for sharing that. Actually, I'm sure that's going to help a lot of.
Yeah, like I mean, that's the thing. You're just gonna have to like learn how to maneuver it, and don't let it fuck your day up. That's it. Like it's part of the society. It's part of the system. You can't like change the world in a day.
If you were not running polite society right now, what would you be doing?
I think I wouldn't have been in India. I would have probably like studied something like more in marketing or like PR, and I love being in New York. I feel like that's where I would have found myself something to do, and yeah.
Thank you so much. Actually, I'm sure like this is going to be really informative for the rest of the people, and we can move to the production process now.
Okay, sounds good.
So, could you tell all of us a little about what goes on here, like the production process?
So we have a team where we have Master G and tailors who take care of the whole process. A garment started with like a paper pattern first, which looks something like this. Then from there we kind of go into like deciding fabric. So every time we have to make a piece, it takes around like half an hour to just like stand here like and pleat these with hand. And then it goes on to like the machines and gets stitched, and then we do like a thorough like quality check, and then yeah, that's pretty much how the product.
So could you show us like a piece that you're really proud of?
Yes, of course. Let's go. So I think my absolute favorite till now has been the Maxi play suit.
It's just really like, I don't know, it's very versatile. First of all, you can wear it everywhere. And I love the construction. It has like a corset sort of like embedded with like a shirt and shorts. So a lot of work went into like making it sort of like a single piece, because it's actually like 3 pieces attached together. But yeah, I think everyone can like pull it off really well. It just like looks really good on the body. So yeah, this would definitely be my favorite piece.
One piece that you think everyone needs to have in their closet.
So I think from our last collection, this one has been my absolute favorite. It's like your jeans sort of like patched with things that like, I mean, you probably worn it as a t-shirt earlier, but like I love this. It's such a statement pant. Like you can pair it with like any basic tee, and I think everyone should have like one piece.
We're gonna do a rapid fire now, and so the idea of this is just saying the first thing that comes to your mind every time I say the question. So I'm gonna try to be as fast as I can.
So
And
I'll try.
yeah, definitely. Okay, so we have 12 questions so far. We might like add another one or two in the middle. So let me know once you're ready to go.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, your favorite color?
Blue.
Polite society in one word.
Child, my child. That's good. Yeah.
Last thing you ate.
Sandwich.
Your least favorite trend.
My least favorite trend would be, I'm not liking the tiny skirts.
Favorite food.
Pizza.
The last country you visited.
Uganda.
Interesting. The most popular fashion trend according to you.
Most popular. I feel like those like really like fitted printed tops right now are just like everywhere.
The most underrated accessory.
Your phone.
Wow. Your most used phrase.
Fuck yes.
Truly. One trend you'd want to bring back from any like period.
I think just like the men's suits. I think I just want them constantly there.
One word for AYCS.
Ooh, like good energy.
That's 2 words.
Okay, energy. I think energy is great.
Energy. Give us one word for the Kanye controversy right now.
It was so expected. It was,
Expected.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
expected. What you think? What did he say? He said something.
Yeah. He said,
Yeah, no, he shat on her also.
yeah, he said, no way ASAP had sex with you and Ambush and cheated on Riri.
Oh. I mean,
Expected.
I think that's great for ASAP, honestly. Like that's like 2 like really great people, but yeah, no, I don't want to talk about this.
Is
No.
What's the last text you sent out?
I sent something to my boyfriend saying something.
First tattoo you got?
First tattoo I got. There's this thing on my foot.
Oh, does it have a meaning?
Yeah, it has a, no, it's kind of personal. It's just for me because I've been a very, oh, I was about to explain it.
Okay. Go on.
It's just something for me to like tell me to slow down.
Oh,
Like I breathe.
that's okay. When did you get your first tattoo?
Right after college.
What kind of music do you listen to?
R&B.
One word for your aesthetic.
Out there.
One word for your style.
Understated.
Nice. So, in your opinion, does ripping off other brands work? Like for the brands who rip the other brands?
It'll work for 5 minutes and then it won't. All work is inspired from something somewhere. Inspiration is different. You know, like if you see someone's work and it evokes like a feeling and you want to use that feeling to create something else, that's great. But taking someone else's work, if that's my story, then I don't have a story, right? Like it just doesn't work like that.
I think we should wrap it up with these questions.